So Honda wants to power our dreams. I really appreciate them wanting to power our dreams. But some of these moves kind of makes no sense to me at all. So everybody would have been super excited to see a new S2000, but instead they decided to bring back the Prelude. Don't get me wrong, it's nice looking, but I would have preferred the S2000, S3000, or whatever the heck they decide to name it, to bring that one back instead of this one. So Honda has created something similar in the past that kind of failed so epically. I don't know how well it did, but I know it didn't sell very well. And I'm talking about the CRZ. I mean, everybody knowing about the CRZ. It was a hybrid car that was heavily the performance was lacking is an understatement. It didn't have any. It was two-door. It looked nice. I think that car would have sold like crazy if they had put in a even if it had the 1.5 turbo, even though that wasn't really a thing. If they put a 2-liter naturally aspirated engine in that vehicle, or a K20, I think at the time, yo, that car would have sold like gangbusters. It would have been a hit for Honda, but they decided to make it a fucking hybrid, which was a missed opportunity. Just like the Prelude is going to be a missed opportunity as well. They've been bringing cars back from the dead, kind of like other manufacturers have been doing in the past. Ford did the same thing with the Maverick. Instead of a car, they changed it into a truck. So, you know, a couple cars that have been risen from the dead. The Camaro has come back from the dead. Now it's going back to the graveyard. So it's funny that they keep bringing these vehicles, you know, from the dead, and then they try to tweak it. But at least with Honda, it's going to be a sports car, two-door, like how the Prelude was before in the past. But anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. I know I'm late, but still, you wait for quality. So these are some of the concept photos, and don't get me wrong, it looks very nice and sleek, but if the rumors are true, this is going to be another L for Honda. Speculations are it's going to be a hybrid, which I'm not really a fan of, but overall I like the design. It kind of reminds me, it kind of looks like a bigger S2000 in a way. I mean, not as sleek as the S2000. The S2000 was nice, but this vehicle right here, it looks really, really nice, and I like the overall design, the way that it looks. It looks nice. The front looks nice to me. It's gonna take me time to fall in love with this, but all this can be changed over time when it comes to the production value when it does go into production. I love the I don't know if those are like 19-inch wheels. Those also look nice. Sleek design, if you ask me. I like it. But here's the but. Big old but. What's underneath the hood? That is the most important thing here. Like, what's underneath that? See, look at that. The Honda Prelude. I like it. I like it a lot. Honda always nails their concept vehicles, and then when it comes to full production, they usually try to keep the way that the car looks. They try to make it closer to the concept, comparing to fucking Subaru. Subaru never fucking does that. Fuck that company, man. They come up with like their concept ideas are so amazing, and then they just lay a fucking egg when it comes to the production version of their vehicle. So this article kind of like glosses over it. So we'll read that real quick. And as always, I'm going to be putting all the links in the description for you guys to go look at it yourselves as well. But I am going to zoom in just a little bit. So update, or right here. I can confirm it's a hybrid. The spokesperson told Car Scoops the announcement we made in April of 2022 was that Honda would begin exploring the creation of two sporty electrified models, a specialty and a flagship. A hybrid electric system is an electrified powertrain, so the plan has not changed. which makes sense. I know Honda wants to go full electric by 2030, but I think Honda and Toyota are kind of dragging their feet. They're kind of being forced into this full electric, which I don't recommend, because the electric market right now, it's starting to settle down. It's kind of evening out right now because all the people that wanted electric vehicles, they got them. So the market is just kind of, it's I don't want to say it's on a downward spiral, but it's kind of just leveling itself out. Like all these expensive electric vehicles are having issues selling. They're sitting in the car lots, and dealers are actually offering incentives for you to purchase those said electric vehicles. Before, they weren't giving you not a single dime off of those vehicles. They were selling for way over MSRPs, 5,000, 10,000 over, etc. A Honda press spokesperson tweeted that the Prelude concept does not preview a purely electric model, as the brand's limited release on the car suggests, but rather a hybrid. We also reached out to a second spokesperson from the company's US division who confirmed this information. We've just dropped some fresh eye candy in form of the latest live photos of the Prelude study straight from the auto show. So this looks nice. I'm not gonna lie. I like the overall design. I just think that anytime Honda decided to make these hybrid vehicles, it does not contain the same amount of performance. I think that's one of the big L, in my opinion. But when it comes to their hybrid Civic as well as their hybrid Accord, there's plenty of power and performance right there. So if they keep the same power plant and put that over into the Prelude, I think it would be a hot vehicle. I'm not gonna lie, I would consider this if I had the money. But let me know in the comments below what you think about the Prelude. Do you like the design? And what do you think about an option of it being a hybrid system? And hopefully it's not overpriced. Anytime Honda brings back one of these vehicles, it tends to be a little bit more expensive, especially with the market how it is right now. Everything is just on its way up. So let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a good one.